You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. Shout out to Team Taz. We have a Hook sighting.
Perfect.
As good of a debut as you're ever going to see. We had Rampage, we had Smackdown. One show was good, one show was not. I'll let you be the judge. As always, pay attention to the socials on your screen. So, follow me, RJD, and Instagram, RJD10K, not Facebook, that comes later. Twitter, RJ699, and Snapchat, RJD199. Most importantly, follow What the Wrestling, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Anchor and Spotify. What the Wrestling as well. Follow me. We are building up everything from the ground up. We're going to be here day in, day out, giving you the wrestling news, giving you the wrestling that you want, bringing you all things wrestling. Shout out to my boy Rich. Let's go! Yes. 'Tis I, RJD here. Welcome. I swear to God, I'm going to play Resident Evil 4 this week. Welcome to What the Wrestling. I am your host, RJD. Right there. I am your host, RJD here. And we are going to review Rampage and Smackdown. But we're going to start with Hook, because I just want to talk about this because it was awesome. Then we'll start Rampage. We'll end with Smackdown, because Rampage is the fastest hour of wrestling on TV right now. So, first things first, like the goddamn video, hit that like button, like the podcast if you're listening on Spotify or Anchor. Hit that like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel What the Wrestling on YouTube and Facebook. Follow your boy. Come on now. Y'all know what time it is. Now, moving on. We had a Hook sighting. This was very good. Hook versus Fuego del Sol. Yes, I know that wasn't the damn beginning of Rampage, but I'm mixing things up because I want to talk about Hook, because this was a very, very good debut. Debuted in Long Island, and that's when Rampage came to you from December 10th, 2021. So let's talk about Hook. So Hook, obviously Taz's son. First thing I noticed, Hook's got a good look. He's only 21 or 22 years old, one or the other. And young boy, got a good look, great shape. I mean, he's 21, he should be in great shape. And he's only going to get better. His look is only going to get better. His body is only going to get better. He don't even have his man strength yet. Commentators, Taz and Excalibur played it up that, you know, he's been doing wrestling all his life, doing judo. He's been an athlete, lacrosse. So this guy,
Surprise, motherfucker.
is really good already, really smooth. So they could have easily came out and just let this guy squash Fuego, do 2 moves, and call it a day. But no, they let him go in there and wrestle. Fuego got a little bit of offense in. And one of the things I noticed already off rip, for somebody who's had only 1 match, the little things, selling the headbutt, and he had to shake off a little headbutt there. How fluid he is, like Jackie Chan said, like water, you fluid, you know. He's very fluid in the ring. He gets his shit in, as Stone Cold would say. You got to get your shit in. He got his shit in. He's very fluid. He does everything impactful. His nuances, the facial expressions. He's very strong. I mean, Fuego was what, $170, $180, but Fuego went for a tornado DDT, and Hook held him up. Now Hook is, I think, 200 pounds. That's what they list him as. He's very lean, as mostly all 21-year-olds are. Listen, I'm 209. I'm almost there. Hook. 9 more pounds. 9 more pounds, baby. But he held Fuego up, countering the tornado DDT. And listen, you try holding up somebody, like this, military press style, even if they're 170 pounds, they're 200 pounds, 150 pounds. It takes a lot of shoulder strength. So Hook is very strong, which is awesome. Then he just threw Hook, hit him with a belly to belly, hit him with the Taz mission. He did a gotch style, not a gotch style. Yeah, gotch style kind of flip, judo flip. He was judo flipping Hook Hook was judo flipping Fuego all over the place. Taz mission, and then that was all she wrote. Now Hook, like I said, you could tell he knows some of these moves. He's been doing them forever. So he's very fluid. And I like the fact, it just feels good.
Perfect.
That we could have somebody come down, somebody new. And the crowd, I think he got the biggest reaction of anybody on both shows. I heard we had Hook chants. We had a Hook is gonna kill you chants. Hook is gonna kill you. It was like, okay, I'm digging this. And he didn't show any nerves. He didn't look winded, and he was moving quick in there. He was Darby Allin quick with his moves. So he didn't show any nerves, didn't show any fatigue. Now, he might have been nervous, got a good game face, but hey, thousands and thousands of people in that arena full of people all chanting your name, even though you're the bad guy. Play to the crowd a little bit, with the whole put his arms up like, this guy Fuego ain't got nothing for me, man. He ain't got nothing for me. But finish him off with the Taz mission. They are renaming it the Red Rum, which is cool name. But I really like this debut. This debut went over well. Crowd gave him an excellent reaction. He's been big on social media the last couple of months, and when Hook, it's like everybody really wanted to see what he can do. Man, we know Taz is his pops, and we all know what Taz was in ECW. Taz was like a fucking cult hero back in the day. Just a submission machine, just suplex machine, killing everybody. And the fact that Hook came in here, and you could tell he's been practicing and living up for this moment. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, I want to see more of what he can do. And I hope they build him up slow. This kid is 21. You don't gotta rush the process, baby. Slow it down. This was a good match. Have him have another good match, and then another good match, and then another good match. We don't even need to hear Hook talk. Look, how long did we see Aleister Black in NXT before he said one word? He was killing people, black massing the hell out of person after person before he even said a word. Hook, listen, if they put him on Dark, if they put him on Elevation, that's fine, but you keep putting Hook in the ring on Rampage against, you slowly, the Fuego del Sols and the developmental guys, you have them keep doing these 3 to 5 minute matches, and you build them up slow until he gets to who's a good guy to put him in with right now? Maybe I don't want to say. You build him up to somebody like a Matt. Nah, maybe Matt Sydal is too far along. Maybe Hook has like 10 to 15 matches before you throw him in there with somebody like Matt Sydal. Who's another guy? See, but Matt Sydal, maybe a notch below Matt Sydal. And then you have him feud with somebody like that. See, Matt Sydal is really good. I think they could have a cool little... I'm not saying now. I'm saying maybe in the next year. Like I said, you got to slow build this. The next 6 to 9 months, slow build them. Because I think they're onto something here. Now, I trust AEW to get Hook right. I trust them. I trust them to build young stars. I trust that they know what they're doing in regards to Hook. You know who I don't trust?
Stop the cap.
WWE. I don't trust them. Because Hook might get fired. But as far as Hook, the door is open, buddy.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
The power level is over 9,000, and it's only going to get higher. He ain't a Super Saiyan yet, but he's on his way. So shout out to Hook. Very good, 3 to 5 minute match. I think it was like 3 minutes with Fuego. Love it. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's keep Hook on point. Love that. Good shit. Now, we started off the night with their Lucha Bros versus FTR. The Lucha Bros do get the victory here. We start off with Tully. Let's end with Tully Blanchard hopped up on the ring apron while Wheeler was choking Phoenix, and the ref was distracted, but Phoenix ended up decking him. But Cash Wheeler still couldn't get the pin. All four ended up trading punches in the middle of the ring, but Penta ended up hitting the package power driver. I think it was on Cash Wheeler. There was a fun spot where Phoenix was setting up for the frog splash. Shout out to Eddie, Latino Heat himself. But Cash Wheeler jumped up on the apron and he walked the ropes, kicked him, and then hit the frog splash anyway on Dax. That was pretty cool. But this was a fun match. Go back and watch it. Everything after the commercial break really excelled. They really turned it up after the commercial break within the first, the picture-in-picture. This was really good, man. Lucha Bros, FTR, they can do no wrong. The AAA champions, they defended the championship in Mexico recently. That's good. I like to see fighting champions. That's awesome. AEW Tag Champs, Lucha Bros, hopefully they move on to somebody else. I would love to see Santana and Ortiz take the belts from the Lucha Bros, maybe in about 6 to 9 months. Let them have a good reign with it. But Santana and Ortiz need to get back on TV, man, and they need to win these titles from the Lucha Bros. No reason why those guys, Pride and Powerful, have not been featured on TV. That's like blasphemous. But both these teams are really good. I mean, we know what these teams can do. We know these teams have chemistry. They're both awesome. This felt like the end of this feud. I hope so. Let's keep it moving. We don't need to see this again for a while. I like this. Let's keep it moving. Good stuff from all of these guys. All of these guys.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Go back and watch that match. Ruby Soho and Tai Conti versus Penelope Ford, The Bunny, and Nyla Rose. Oh, and Anna Jay. Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, and Tai Conti versus Penelope Ford, The Bunny, Nyla Rose. This was okay. Let's kick off the action when Soho and Ford got hot tags. Soho hit a flurry of kicks, took control. They went to picture-in-picture. Came back. Penelope Ford poked her in the eye. Nyla Rose then took over. During another commercial break, Soho was getting beat down. The Bunny hit Anna Jay with brass knucks, and Nyla Rose hit her with the Beast Bomb, the tailed Beast Bomb from Naruto. She got hit with the Beast Bomb. But Nyla Rose is a tailed beast. I'm joking. But this was good. Beast Bomb. Nyla Rose took over. The heel stood tall. This was okay. Had a lot of stuff going on here. Multiple feuds, all fused into one. All of these ladies can wrestle their ass off. I'm looking forward to Ruby Soho and Nyla Rose. I think they're going to kill it. I think both these ladies are going to do the damn thing. Then we had Adam Cole versus Reela Yuda. We had Adam Cole talking shit about the best friends. Orange Cassidy said, listen, you should be worried about Reela Yuda after Trent was about to say something. I hope they're not teasing a heel turn with Trent because he was about to talk and Orange Cassidy cut him off. I don't want to see Trent by himself as a heel or a babyface. I want to see the best friends, and I want to see the best friends back on TV fighting for a title. Chucky T and Trent? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see these guys by themselves. I don't. Sorry. Because you know what I think is going to happen? They're going to get lost in the shuffle, and this is what we're going to hear. Not to say that these guys aren't good, but I think they're better together than they are apart. And I think it'll be a mistake to push one and not the other. That's just what I think. That's me. So I like Wheeler Yuta. I think he's a bright young star. AEW has a lot of young guys that are really, really good. They got a lot of established guys who are really, really good. And Wheeler Yuta, I want to see more of this guy. I think he has a lot of potential, but I just think he's missing a thing or two. And once he gets that thing or two, he's going to continue to improve. I think the sky's the limit for him. So let's keep that going. The main event, Adam Cole, baby, versus Wheeler Yuta.
Come get some.
This was all to build up Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy, but we all know Adam Cole got the boom for the win. At the end came when Wheeler Yuta started to get some momentum. He had a series of quick moves, hit a diving elbow for a 2 count. Cole blocked a splash with his knees and then hit him with a super kick. Lifted Wheeler up. Hit Wheeler Yuta with the running knee, the boom, for the win, and that was all she wrote. Good stuff here, and as always, good stuff here, as always. Rampage delivered because Rampage was really good, but like I said, Adam Cole, Orange Cassidy, they had a lot of interaction in this match. They will be setting up their match. Adam Cole needs something to do. So does Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy is like, he can do no wrong. And it's like, a lot of people, it's funny because a lot of people said, Orange Cassidy, how is he going to keep that gimmick going? The guy who doesn't talk, the guy who doesn't care, he doesn't do much. But here we are 2 years later. And he's a made man almost. So, as far as this show is concerned,
Oh, yeah!
good shit. Good shit from Rampage. Now, let's move on to Smacketh of the Down. Not a lot going on in this show. Not even gonna lie. We're gonna run through this quick. We had good stuff on here, but it wasn't like crazy good. And I have something to say about the ending of these shows. They're weird to me. So we had Sami Zayn out there in the wheelchair with Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar came out to interrupt. Brock Lesnar, okay, cool. Brock Lesnar then, Sami Zayn was out there, said he was tough as hell, said everybody conspired against him, Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman came out. All the whining from Sami Zayn. Paul Heyman came out to talk his trash. Then Brock Lesnar came out to interrupt everybody. And he sat across from Sami. Lesnar looked at Sami. He was all beat up, all injured. And he said, listen, you should come hunting with me. And then Sami said, actually, I'm vegan, Brock. Paul Heyman interfered and said, listen, what happened to Suplex City? What happened to beating everybody up? Then he kind of snapped out of it after Paul Heyman's. Listen, the back and forth here from Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar was great, because we get to see a side of Brock Lesnar that we don't normally get to see. Brock Lesnar's done more talking in the last 2-3 weeks than he's done since 2012, because he always had Paul Heyman talking for him. So now we get to see him actually interact, and it's like Brock Lesnar, the older he gets, the better he gets at all the other things. We know he can wrestle. We know he's a superb athlete. I mean, we know this. We know he can fight legit. But the talking, the nuances, the body language, Brock Lesnar's really good at all of that too. Very underrated is Brock Lesnar. People think he just comes in, he suplexes people, and he can't put on a good match. Now, Brock Lesnar's really good, okay? Put some respect on that brother's name, all right? Because he is... Yes, Brock Lesnar is money. That's why they keep putting him at the top of the card. The Beast was unleashed, and he ended up kicking the hell out of Sami Zayn. And that was all she wrote. F5, headed up the ramp, went to commercial. Good opening segment. They then had a segment when King Woods got another crown. Okay, cool. He got a big-ass crown with an X on it. It was bestowed upon him, which was great. Nakamura and Rick Boogs then fought Los Lotharios in about literally a minute and a half match. Oh man, Nakamura and Boogs beat Los Lotharios. Kinshasa to the face. I hated this.
Get the fuck out of here!
A minute and a half though?
You stupid.
How does having a minute and a half match with the Intercontinental Champion make anybody look good?
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
You have no tag teams, and you have a minute and a half match with Los Lotharios. You're trying to build them up as a tag team. Now, they could take a loss, that's fine, but not even going to have them be competitive. Not a minute and a half? A minute and a half? Seriously?
Stop it. Get some help.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Nobody looks good in a minute and a half match. This is your Intercontinental Champion. And Rick Boogs, who is over with the crowd. But you got them fighting for a minute and a half? Come on, man. That's bad. That's bad. Next, we had Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Drew McIntyre went to talk to Adam Pearce, put a sword in the desk. Cool. He was mad that he was left out of the Black Friday Battle Royal. Well, it's actually a good thing he was left out of that. But he got mad, put the sword in the table, told he couldn't bring the sword to the ring. Went out and fought Sheamus. McIntyre beat Sheamus with a Claymore. This is fine. Nothing wrong here. Sheamus, very good in the ring, underrated. Drew, very good in the ring, underrated. These guys are legit best friends. These guys always get their shit in. Nothing wrong here. Next, we had Naomi versus Sonya Deville. But Sonya Deville had her cronies as the ring announcer and commentary on the commentary table and all this other stuff. So, Naomi had Xia Li, who came out and had a cool entrance, not gonna lie. Cool entrance. I like that. But at the end of it, Xia Li came out and then had she was caught between Sonya Deville. I'm messing up my words, goddammit.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Let's start over. Xia Li came out to help Naomi as Shayna Baszler and Natalya were out there to cause disruption in Sonya Deville's match. When this girl Naomi finally gets her hands on Sonya Deville, this better be one hell of a good match. I don't know when they're going to do it, but it better be a good match. Deville was all alone between Xia Li and Naomi, and Li basically flatlined her. Naomi set up for a moonsault, but the heels got her up out of there, and Sonya Deville ran away. Xia Li and Naomi stood tall, which is fine. I'm glad we actually got Xia Li. Now, if we could only get Veer, we haven't seen Veer ever. We've been getting video packages of him for the last 8 months.
Stupid.
And we still haven't seen him. We've been getting video packages of Xia Li for the last 8 months.
Stupid.
Finally got her on TV. Let's see what they do with her. Xia Li actually can wrestle. She's got a great look. She's very athletic. So I want to see what they do with her. Toni Storm and Charlotte Flair. This sucked.
Stupid.
And here's why. They were having a very good match. Well, the makings of a very competitive match. But then Charlotte Flair started stomping a mud hole in Toni Storm and got disqualified. So there's no winner.
Stupid.
I hate that, man. WWE does this shit all the time. Now listen, I know when they finally do fight and we get a winner, it'll be on pay-per-view. Charlotte probably is going to win. But she's probably going to cheat to do it. But it's like, why can't we just have a solid winner? If you're not going to have a solid winner, why put the match on TV? One person got pied 2 weeks ago. Another person got pied last week. And then you have the match this week. Can we get a winner, please? Please. So, I don't understand this. Just let the ladies go out there and kill it. Toni Storm, really good, especially as a babyface. Charlotte, really good, especially as a heel. Let them go out there and fight, man. I'm tired of having these ladies. One person gets over 1 week, the other person gets over the other week. But other than that, nothing happens. 50-50 booking at best. Hate this shit. Next, we had a triple threat tag team match. RK Bros, Usos, The New Day to determine who was the best in WWE. Now, these people had a great match because all of these people can fight, all of these people can wrestle, which is great, but I gotta think about something. So what happened to the fact where Raw guys stay on Raw, SmackDown guys stay on SmackDown? What happened to that? We just got rid of that? Cool. I guess not. You know, wild card rules are in effect, as always. What happened to Usos versus New Day, and that's it?
Nope.
Why was RK Bro on this show? I don't know. Like, the why is weird, because why do they do this? For all of this, just combine the tag teams, make one tag team championship, and have it fought across both brands, and then you won't have to deal with shit like this. If you want to determine who is really the best, just have one set of belts that look better than the piece of shits that we have now. But they're not going to do that because, you know, it's a brand split. Yeah, brand split. Yeah.
Do it! Just do it!
Man, fuck that brand split. But anyway, this was a very good match. Matt Riddle got beat up for a lot of it. They teased the hot tag. Finally got the hot tag. Randy Orton finally came in there wiping out Jay. Slamming him face first into the announce table. Multiple suplexes. The New Day hit Jay with the draping DDT. Jay recovered, hit Orton with a super kick, teased the splash, but Orton moved. He then hit Jimmy with an RKO, but King Woods was legal, and he got over on Jimmy Uso, and then hit I think that's the limit breaker or the up down down. I forget what they called it. I think it's the up down down, and the Usos got the win. The last 4 to 5 minutes of this match was really, really good. The first maybe couple of minutes was all about teasing the hot tag because Riddle was just getting worked over for a majority of that time. But the only thing I have to say is the ending of SmackDown is weird. So they had the entrances. Let's talk about this. So they had the entrances, the Usos entrance, right? Then they had a commercial break. Then they had Adam Pearce and Brock Lesnar with a promo segment backstage about how Brock Lesnar was talking about his suspension, how he went to go kill a moose and he went hunting. The $1 million he got suspended as well. The $1 million he had to forfeit went to charity. He's happy about that. But he cut the moose's head off, put it on his wall, had about 250 pounds worth of guts that he froze and ate. And he said, listen, I think he said he called the moose Pierce so that he could remember about how he was suspended and fined $1 million. And then he said, thank you, Adam Pearce. And he was touching him in his shoulder and said, I appreciate you for suspending me. So Adam Pearce was very, very frightened. He was very scared. Then after that, we had the New Day entrance. And then after that, I think we had another promo. And then we finally had the RK Bros entrance. The Usos came out at 9:20. By the time we got to the match, it was like 9:40. So I'm like, did they just have no time? Did they have just a bunch of time? And that's the problem. The filler. There's a lot of filler on SmackDown. And they've been doing that the past 3 weeks. Nothing but filler. The main event starts maybe 10-15 minutes before 10 o'clock, but the entrances happen at like 9:20, 9:25. But the matches only go like 10 to 12 minutes. There's a lot of filler on SmackDown, and I don't know why they structure it that way, but you could have gave Toni Storm and Charlotte more time instead of having all of this filler on this show. You could have gave Shinsuke and Rick Boogs more time instead of having filler on this show. How are people supposed to get over when you structure your show this way? And it's very weird. I don't know why they do it like that, but I've been noticing that's what's been happening the last 3-4 weeks. So let's see what happens. I just think it's
Stupid.
that's just me, but it's something that I am noticing. It's something that I definitely don't like. So other than that, this show was rather forgettable. Besides the stuff with Brock in the beginning and Sami Zayn and the main event, really wasn't a whole lot to like about this show. SmackDown has gotten progressively worse. They advertised Roman Reigns next week.
You've activated my trap card.
We will see Roman Reigns, and they let you know at the end of the show. Tune in next week because Roman's coming back. So let's see what next week holds. Rampage was a good show. Rampage was better than SmackDown, and it was only an hour long. So with that being said, that's all I got. This is your What the Wrestling SmackDown and Rampage review. Catch me tomorrow for the What the Wrestling news brief. You already know what it is. I am out. Everybody be safe. Enjoy your Saturday. Peace. Like the goddamn video. Y'all thought I left. I ain't leave yet. Like the video, y'all. Let's go.
Dom DeMarco.